Excuse me, Mrs. Martin?
Yes.
Well, it's nice to see you still answer to the name.
What are you doing here?
Forget about it. You were looking at the happiest guy in the world. You want to know why?
Since you're dying to tell me.
You're not dying to know?
No, shoo, I'm busy, actually.
Forget about it. Take a couple minutes. Hillary, my little kumquat.
Your little what?
Would you just let me finish for a second? I just got the best opportunity of my life.
Uh-oh, what scam this time?
No, it's not a scam. It's an offer for a job. And it starts at, get this, twice the salary I get paid now, double.
Double?
Double. I'd be working for this big film production company. I'd be working in their promotions and publicity department.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. There's only one problem, though. It's in Los Angeles.
What? You're thinking about moving to California?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Would you come with me?
Well, I don't see him anywhere, Sloan. Perhaps he's in his office.
Well, I'll just go and check, sir.
Good, good.
Palmer, I was just thinking about you. Wondering how you were doing without your nurse.
Oh, you mustn't concern yourself. I'm doing just fine.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Actually, I never cared much for Natalie, but I never expected her to end up in jail. Anyway, thank you.
It just goes to show you, you can't be too careful about who you hire these days. You have always had a reputation for being an extremely good judge of character, but we all fail now and then, don't we?
You're just reveling in all this, aren't you?
What, the fact that your judgment failed when Natalie Hunter was concerned?
Oh, my judgment is just fine. So are my instincts. You know what they tell me? That you had a big hand in Natalie's misfortune.
There's no joke, none about that.
Do I look like I'm joking?
You want to get married here?
Well, hold that thought.
Well, no.
Hold that thought.
Just tell them to go. Oh.
Coming!
Cliff.
Nina Cortlandt?
That's her, right over there.
What's going on?
Somebody must really like you, lady. Practically cleaned out the shop.
Oh, they are gorgeous. Thank you. Oh, they are... There's more. Cliff! Oh, they are...
Well, I think that's it, gentlemen.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Cliff, you didn't have to do anything like this.
Ooh, had to let you know I was serious.
Oh.
Come here, sit down. Sit down. Sit down here. Okay.
I love you.
Wait a minute. Now listen very closely because I can't stay in this position very long. I love you very much. And I want more than anything in the world to have you back in my life again.
Oh,
Don't interrupt me. I want us to be a family again. You, me, and Bobby. I want you to marry me. Please say yes.
Oh, oh, you don't know how long I have prayed that you could say those words. I don't believe that it is finally happening. Oh.
Let me see we get married right now.
Today?
Yeah, today. Come on, it's a beautiful day. Bobby's being taken care of. You already had the honeymoon.
No.
Okay, this wasn't the honeymoon. Please say yes.
Let's do it. Let's not talk anymore. Let's just do it.
I'm ready.
Oh, I love you. Oh.
Front desk.
Hello, Esther. Esther, I need the number of a minister in town.
Okay, if I sit here?
Yes, of course. I'm just waiting for my attorney.
I'm Deidre. 2 cells down from you.
My name is Natalie.
Natalie Hunter, I know. I read about you in the papers. Sounds like you got a raw deal.
Well, I'm sure I will be proven innocent.
Yeah, I wish you good luck. Must miss your kid, huh?
Yes, I do, terribly. What, do you have children?
I did. Our daughter, Megan, she's 8 now.
Did?
When I got busted the last time, the state took her away from me, put her in a foster home. I felt bad about it, but then I thought she'd have a good home until I got out. It just didn't work out that way.
Why not? What happened?
They turned her against me. She doesn't want to have any part of me now. Told her I was in jail, told her I was no good. Well, anyway, I landed back in here in 6 months.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you can't blame the kid for being ashamed of me.
I feel really badly for you. And for me, too. How can I keep the courts from placing my son in a foster home?
All I can tell you is if you're convicted, you're in for a hard time. Now, if I was you, I would get myself a plenty good lawyer.
Well, thank you for the advice. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Would you excuse me? Yes, I would like to speak with Richard Mills, please. This is Natalie Hunter calling.
Mrs. Hunter, how can I help you?
Yes, I'm hoping that you could recommend an attorney who specializes in children's custody. I don't know if you understand my present circumstances. I am in jail, and I'm very much afraid that they're going to try to take my child away from me.
Mrs. Hunter, you're obviously very upset. I read about your case. Now, please try to calm down and tell me who's trying to take your baby.
No, you're not understanding. I am not guilty. It's just that if I don't get out of jail very soon, I am afraid the courts will try to place Timothy in a foster home.
Mrs. Hunter, if you need a custody lawyer, I'll be happy to recommend one. But right now, you should be concentrating on your defense. Now, didn't I read that Amanda Creswell is handling your case?
Yes. The court appointed her to represent me.
Are you unhappy with her?
No, I'm afraid I'm going to be convicted.
It doesn't sound as though you have much confidence in her.
Well, I did. In the beginning, I did. It's just, everything is very confused. Would you please consider taking over my case?
Does Mrs. Creswell know you're calling me?
No, she doesn't, but I would be more than happy to explain the circumstances to her if you would agree to take my case, will you?
Forgive me, but I'm aware of your rather strapped financial condition, Mrs. Hunter. How would you pay me?
That wouldn't be a problem. Ross Chandler will be paying all my legal fees. Just send the bills to him.
Has Mr. Chandler agreed to this?
Mr. Chandler owes me $40,000. I don't think he's going to give you any trouble, but if he does, please let me know.
I'll talk to Mr. Chandler and get back to you.
Does that mean you'll take my case?
Yes, Mrs. Hunter. I'll be over to see you later today. Goodbye.
Homer, I think perhaps you have had too much time on your hands. Your imagination must be running away with you. You actually think I was responsible for this jam that Natalie Hunter's gotten herself into? That's laughable. It's absurd.
Yeah, see, I know how you operate. Natalie's rejection must have really gotten to you. It's just your style to cook up something like this to get back at her.
Let me tell you something, Palmer. Natalie Hunter is one of the most inconsequential people I've ever met. Now, I'll admit we had a little flirtation, but at her instigation, I might add.
Oh, I'm sure.
If she said that I was seriously interested in her, then she's lying. Because I've known all along exactly what she is. She's a fortune hunter, and I couldn't care less about her.
That's not what I've heard.
No, well, then you've heard wrong.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Donna's hearing.
Donna?
Donna Sago. She overheard a rather loud argument between you and Natalie. Now, if you didn't care for her, I don't think you'd get that worked up.
The reason I was worked up, as you so nicely put it, is because Natalie stole a very expensive pre-Columbian vase from me. I only recently discovered it. I'm sure she added it to her other art treasures.
You're lying.
Well, of course she'd deny it. But that's what the argument was about. Actually, I would suggest that you take an inventory of Cortlandt Manor. There might be a few of your knickknacks missing as well.
What was that all about?
Ross, I'm convinced your uncle is responsible for Natalie's misfortune and for her arrest. I want you to go to Center City. Get her out on bail.
Oh, Cliff, everybody's going to be so excited when we get back in town, when we tell them that we're married.
Yeah, I think all our friends are going to be pretty happy.
Mm-hmm. Especially Brooke. And Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And Myra. Oh, I can't wait to see her face when we tell her.
Look, I got to warn you, there is one person who's not going to be too happy about this.
I know. My father.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's going to do everything he can to spoil our happiness.
Well, nothing's going to spoil this for me. Nothing. I don't know. It just doesn't bug me anymore. Maybe it's because I've gotten used to him. Maybe, who knows, maybe I've grown up. Anyway, I think I figured out that he's going to hate anybody you're married to.
And when did you get so smart? Oh, no.
What?
I was just thinking,
No, what?
I don't have anything to wear to our wedding.
You look fine in anything you wear.
No, I'm serious. I don't have anything except for this and then on my nightgown, and I wanted to wear something special.
Oh, the nightgown's nice. No, really, I didn't even bring a sport jacket.
Well, then what are we going to do?
So it'll be a couple of bums. Who cares? That's how we feel, not how we look.
You're right. I'm being silly. You're right.
Oh, good. Look, we do have one problem.
What? Maybe I can help you with it.
A ring for you.
Oh, I don't need a ring.
Oh, wait,
Cliff.
wait, I got something.
What?
Is this crazy?
It's a little bit too big. You leave those alone. I got them for Bobby.
Oh, wait a minute. He'll forgive me.
Oh.
These things have prizes in them,
If
right?
they have prizes, then it's probably a whistle. Oh, Cliff. You're...
Oh. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to...
Look what I got. Look what I got.
I can't believe...
You tell me. Is that beautiful or what?
It's beautiful.
It is. I can just hear your father right now. Well, I see the old quack has done himself out again.
Reverend Lowe, right? Yes. Esther tells me that someone wants to get married.
Don't you think you're being the slightest bit presumptuous?
Why?
What? Well, for one thing, you and I are still separated. But, I mean, not only that, how can you expect me just to quit my job and run off to California? Would you go to Washington?
All right, maybe it was presumptuous, but I love you. I want you back. Look, you know me. I'm always 2 steps ahead of myself. I mean, I believe we're getting back together again, don't you?
Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, let me rephrase that then. If we were back together, and I was offered the job, would you come with me?
You are impossible.
I would like an answer, please.
Please, I have enough decisions to make right now. I mean, what about my own career? I do have to decide about that.
You're not seriously considering moving to Washington with Alfred E. Newman.
Well, that's one thing, but besides that, I really love Pine Valley. I mean, this is my home. My daddy lives here, my friends. I'm really surprised that you'd be so anxious to leave it.
This is not a fly-by-night offer. It's a chance of a lifetime.
Well, Tad, what about the ad agency? You just started that job. I thought that was a chance of a lifetime.
Until this came along, yes. Hillary, I love Pine Valley, too. My family's here. My friends are here. I don't want to leave it any more than you would. But the truth of the matter is, if I go out to California and I do well, in 2 years I can come back east and have any job I want.
I don't blame you for being excited. I mean, it is very flattering. You have a lot of options. But, oh, you can't expect me to make this decision for you. You have got to do it yourself.
What are you waiting for? Go see about Natalie's release.
Now, hold on a minute, Palmer. I want to talk about this for a second.
It's not open to discussion.
You don't owe Natalie anything, Palmer. She quit on you. You don't have to go pay her bail.
Listen, she was framed. Adam set her up. I'm as sure of that as I am of anything. Now, come on. Doesn't it bother you that an innocent person is sitting in jail?
I'm not so sure she's innocent. Come on, Palmer. She's a conniver. We both know that. Why? Did Adam admit to something that he got her arrested or something?
Didn't have to. I could see right through him.
Yeah. Well, you're certainly going to feel foolish, aren't you, when you find out that she is guilty?
No, I know that I'm right about that. His behavior just gave him away. He was practically wringing his hands with glee. He went so far as to say that she had stolen an art object from him. No, it's all a smokescreen. He's determined to make that charge stick.
I don't think he'd go that far.
Oh, yes, he would. Yes, he would. He thrives on revenge. He can't stand to be bested, either in his private life or his business life. His male ego can't take it.
I'm not so sure he's wrong.
You know, Natalie was very good for me. As a friend, as a nurse.
Well, I'll give you the nurse part.
I miss her. She was too proud to come to me for help. I was too proud to offer it to her. Well, I don't want her to suffer anymore, so would you get yourself to Center City and get her out of that jail?
No, Palmer, it's against my better judgment.
Will you stop trying to second-guess me and just do as I say?
Was Palmer leaving?
And not a minute too soon.
Oh. Well, look, there's a phone call for you from Richard Mills is his name. You can take it at the bar if you want.
Hello. Yes, this is Ross Chandler. Yes, I know a Natalie Hunter. What did she say? Are you sure she told you that?
Now, who's going to be your witness?
Oh, Esther's going to stand by for us.
Fine. Well, then, I guess we're all set.
Mm-hmm.
If you'll, just let me look at your marriage license.
We don't have a marriage license.
We don't have one yet. I mean, it can't take that long in this town, huh?
No, 5 days.
Oh, we don't have
5
5 days.
What she means is we have a son that needs looking after, and we've already been here for a few days.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can see how disappointed you are.
Oh, no, that's all right. We appreciate you coming by.
Oh.
Well, maybe it's for the best. You know, by going back home, you'll be able to celebrate your remarriage with your loved ones. I always think that is the best way to celebrate a marriage and really make a joyous occasion of it.
Yes, thank you.
Goodbye. And
All
God
right.
bless you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it was a good idea,
It was a great idea.
if impractical. Are you really let down?
No, not really. Yeah, I think that Reverend Lowell is right. It will be nicer with our family and friends there. I wish my mother could be there.
Yeah, so do I. Daisy always rooted for us, always did.
Mm-hmm. Well, come on, let's hurry up. I want to be Mrs. Dr. Clifford Warner as soon as possible. Oh.
You care for some coffee?
No, thanks.
You were certainly up bright and early this morning.
Yes, and I have great news. I've got a job in Los Angeles.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah, I work quickly when I've got incentive.
And that incentive will be the infamous Tad Martin.
Yes, so now I'll be right there when he starts at Monarch Studios.
I hope you're doing the right thing.
I am. Oh, thank you so much.
Well, hello. Good morning, Tad.
Hello.
Sky? Adam, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to you alone for a couple minutes.
Yes, of course. Would you mind?
Oh, not at all. I'll be in the study.
Well, I assume this is about the LA job.
It is.
How soon can you be ready to go?
I decided not to take it.
Am I hearing right?
You're turning down the chance to head the promotional department of one of the biggest film studios in the country?
I don't believe it myself. But there are more important things in my life than my career and money.
Oh, really? What are they?
My wife.
Your wife. I can't believe it. You're turning down a job that pays 6 figures with a chance to open doors to worlds that you didn't even know existed, but for that little twit who ran away from you.
The decision's final. I'm sorry, and I appreciate the offer.
Oh, Tad, excuse me. I couldn't help but overhear. You're turning down that job because of Hillary?
That's right.
Excuse me, I have a phone call to make in the study. You're making a big mistake.
I think I should be honest with you.
Why now?
Because I don't want to hurt you.
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
You mean a lot to me. You've been a good friend, and I'm very fond of you, but...
Fond? Fond? You sound like you're talking about some distant relative. I thought there was a little more between us than that.
Wait a minute. I've never lied to you about my feelings for Hillary. You knew I loved her, and I wanted her back. I just think you should know that I sure as hell intend to try.
You told me your marriage was beyond saving.
I thought it was. Look, Sky, Hillary's agreed to see a marriage counselor with me, and I don't think it's a good idea for us to see each other anymore.
I appreciate you being honest with me.
Look, you're a fantastic person. If I wasn't in love with my wife,
Just spare me the postmortems. I won't say it doesn't hurt, but I went into this with my eyes open. I should have stayed away when I found out you were married. I thought I could handle it. I was wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. It wasn't all your fault.
Thank you for understanding.
I wish you the best, Tad.
Yeah, you too.
I do not understand what's going on here. Would you please explain it?
You're leaving us, honey. Good luck.
Ross, what are you doing here?
Well, you heard the lady. Your bail has been paid.
I mean, I can go home?
We can talk about this later. Come on, let's get out of here, okay? Out.
I have a wonderful idea. Why don't we go to have a fabulous lunch at the chateau? Or even maybe drive into New York, go to Kirby's.
I'm not hungry.
Sky, as fond as I am of Tad.
Please don't use that word.
Tad?
No, fond. I can't stand it.
Oh, of course. Look, I know him a lot better than you do. I just don't believe that he's the right man for you. I don't believe he's the right man for anyone.
I'm beginning to wonder if there is such a thing as the right man.
For you, of course there is. You just haven't found him yet.
Father, I appreciate your help. But you've got to understand. A man like Tad comes along once in a lifetime. He's everything I've ever wanted. He's smart. He's handsome. He has a wonderful sense of humor. He has charm oozing out of every pore in his body.
Have you forgotten what he's best known for?
Yeah. Yes, you're right. He's a wonderful lover.
Oh, stop. What I'm talking about is the fact that he's a two-timing hustler. He's not marriage material.
Well, I'm not giving up.
Don't do this to yourself. It's a no-win proposition.
When I want something, I don't give up. I'm like you in that instance. Tad's little farewell scene has only increased my determination to get him.
Well, I'd do something if I could think of something to do, but it looks like a hopeless cause to me.
Don't bet on it. Excuse me.
Where are you going?
To think. See you later.
I really hate to leave this room.
Well, we'll come back.
We will? Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. We'll come back every year. We'll take a few days off and we'll come back and we'll relive this whole thing again.
I would love that.
Oh, we get the rest of our lives together.
The rest of our lives.
Your car's waiting to take you to the airport.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'm going to miss you, too. You send me a piece of that wedding cake, you hear?
That's a deal. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you come
You
back
take
see
care.
me now.
You count on it.
Oh, bye-bye. Safe trip home.
Okay, thank
Be
you.
happy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All My Children will continue in a moment.
Hi, Hillary. Do you have time for a cup of tea? Hello, Sky. Actually, I am so busy today, you wouldn't believe. Oh, that's okay. I just took a chance that you might have a break. Oh, so, how are things going? Oh, they're doing pretty well. I'm just so busy. How's Roy? Roy, he's fine, I guess. Why? Just curious. Sky, nothing is going on between Roy and me. Actually, things are looking pretty good with Tad. Ah, that must be why you're looking so happy. Really? Does it show? Well, I guess, but you know, you're right. For the first time in ages, I really feel like that our marriage has a chance. Huh? Why that strange look? What look? Tad, do you not think that Tad and I can get back together? Oh, Hillary, I'm sorry. I just hate to see you setting yourself up to be hurt again. Why would I be setting myself to be hurt again? Well, what is it? This is very awkward for me. I mean, you know, Tad and I are friends. Well, you're my friend, too. What is it? What's going on? All right. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I think you should know the truth. Tad hasn't been alone these past few months. He's been seeing somebody else. Are you saying that Tad's been having an affair? I wish I hadn't said anything. Who is the slut? I can't tell you that. Anyway, you must promise me that you won't say anything to Tad. He'd kill me if he knew that I told you. Fine, I won't say a word. Thanks for telling me this. I appreciate it.
So what do you want me to do?
Are you sure about this?
Well, there's no question about it. Cortland is way ahead of schedule. If you don't do something in fast, his security device is going to hit the market before yours.
I think I should talk to Natalie Hunter.
You want me to get her out?
No. One thing at a time. I want you to call Center City Jail. Find the status of her case.
Thanks. Hello. Yes, I'd like some information, please, about Mrs. Natalie Hunter. Can you tell me if her case has been heard yet? I see. When did that happen? Today. Is that right? Can you tell me who it was? Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very interesting.
What's the story?
She's out on bail.
What? Who paid it?
Ross Chandler.
Damn. Damn, just when I had her where I wanted her.
Now, don't blow a gasket. I mean, she's just out on bail. She's not off the hook.
Now, she's not in jail anymore. I've got to do something to keep her off balance.
Well, it shouldn't be too difficult. After all, you're the only one who can clear her.
I've got it. Cass, my friend, the time has come to play hardball.
You got one hell of a nerve, Natalie.
What are you so angry about? I'm the one who's been in jail.
In jail, my foot. Where do you get off telling Richard Mills that I'd take care of your legal fees?
Oh, you have a short memory, Ross. You owe me $40,000.
No, you're the one with the short memory. If anyone owes anybody anything, you owe me $10,000 for falling out on the deal.
Oh, for not leaving town? I was arrested, remember? Although I suppose I should thank you for finally putting up my bail money.
Don't thank me. I didn't do anything.
I don't understand if you didn't do it.
Palmer did it. But you're not going to get a chance to fall on this one. I'm taking you to the airport.
You are what?
You heard me, and when you get where you're going, I'm going to send you the rest of the money.
Ross, are you crazy? I have a son here, remember? I also happen to be under arrest for grand larceny. I'm not going to do anything as stupid as trump bail. I'm in enough trouble as it is. Besides, Palmer would never see his bail money again if I don't make a court appearance.
Yeah, it'd be well worth it if he got rid of you for good.
I don't think he feels that way.
I want you out of his life. You understand me?
You have made that perfectly clear. What do you suppose Palmer would say if I told him you tried to bribe me into leaving town?
Yeah, well, what do you think he'd say if he found out that you agreed to do it?
If you take me home, Ross, right now, I am going to call and tell him the whole sorry story.
Sure you are, Natalie, sure you are.
I don't have anything to lose, Ross. Oh, all right, why don't you pull off right up here at this next exit? Let's find the phone.
Didn't you hear me? I said I wasn't going to take the job. Sweetheart, did that mean anything to you? What's wrong? What happened?
Who is she?
What?
Who have you been sleeping with?
I haven't been sleeping with anybody. What kind of question is that to ask? Has anyone said something to you?
No, I just know how you are, and I just, thought it was probably highly unlikely that you'd be faithful to anyone, I guess.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but I've been faithful to you.
You mean you haven't gone out with anyone this whole time? Be honest.
I've gone out with a couple people.
Who? What do you mean gone out? You mean just gone out, that's all?
You want to give me the lowdown on you and Roy Kramer?
Oh, come on. Roy's my boss and he's a friend, and you know it.
A friend that's in love with you, yeah. And the people I went out with were friends, too, okay? Look, I love you. I love you more than anything else in the world. I want you back. We should not be talking about this. We should be talking about it with a marriage counselor. Hillary, I want our marriage to work. I'd like to be completely honest with you.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be accusing you until I have proof. And yes, this is definitely something we should talk about with the marriage counselor.
All this fluttering about is very distracting, Myra. The room looks fine.
Oh, thank you.
The floral arrangements look fine, too.
Flowers do work wonders, don't they?
I know you're very fond of Natalie, but all this is unnecessary, you know.
Well, I want the house to be warm and welcoming.
It is. Oh, I can't take this anymore. I really can't.
Well, you're going to have to get used to it because I'm in a very happy mood.
Well, if you would just settle down and tell me what this is all about.
Hello, everyone.
What are you looking at?
Hello, Myra.
You look wonderful.
I feel wonderful.
Come on, don't I get a hug? Come here.
Of course you do, Father. How are you?
Oh, I'm glad to see you.
You're not glad, you're grumpy.
Well, you know I don't like it when you're running around after... Oh, well, forget it. You're here. That's all that matters.
I have some news for the two of you. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here.
Have you told them yet?
No, I haven't told them because I was waiting for you.
What's going on here? What's he doing here?
Father? Myra? Cliff and I are back together.
I'm just so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Myra. Listen, I'm going to go over to kindergarten and pick Bobby up, okay? I'll come by later? I love you.
I love you.
Okay.
Tell him I love him.
I will. I will. I'll see you later.
Bye, Cliff.
Bye.
Well, you had to do it, didn't you? You went chasing after him. Look what happened.
Yes, look what happened. Oh, Father, if you really loved me, you would be happy for me.
The man has brought you nothing but misery, but you go right back for more.
He has brought me happiness. And I'm going to remarry him. And if you don't like it, that's too bad.
Like it? I detest it, and I detest him.
Oh, you're going to have to accept it. Because he's going to be my husband. Why don't you get that, Father? Come on, Myra, we've got tons of planning to do.
Yes, we do. I get it.
Bye, Father.
Yes, hello.
Palmer, it's Natalie.
Natalie, how are you?
Oh, I'm a lot better now, thanks to you. Listen, I really appreciate your putting up the bail money for me.
Oh, I should have done it sooner. Where are you?
I'm on my way home in a phone booth. I just had to stop and call and say thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm going to come by and say thank you in person, but first I wanted to go home, make sure everything's all right with Timothy.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Goodbye, Palmer.
Goodbye.
Don't tell me it wasn't you.
It wasn't.
What I want to know is why you told her.
Tad, I did not tell Hillary about you and I. Did she say I told her? Look, did my name even come up?
No.
Well, then why are you so intent on accusing me? Look, I really like Hillary. Why would I want to hurt her?
It's a damn good question.
I wouldn't, and I didn't.
Then if you didn't, who did? Who could have?
I don't know. I mean, Pine Valley isn't exactly a teeming metropolis. You know how people talk.
If you ever thought about telling Hillary about what happened between us, then you'd...
I won't. Believe me.
Good. Because if you ever do, I'll make you very sorry for it.
Hunter? Oh, Mr. Mulvaney, I'm so glad you're here. There's something wrong with my key. It doesn't fit.
Mrs. Hunter, weren't you notified by the rental agency?
Notified about what? No.
I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with your key. The lock's been changed.
Changed? Why was it changed?
I'm sorry you don't know, but you've been evicted.
Correct. Mrs. Hunter should be home by now. You're not to let her out of your sight. Understand?
Dave Wagner. Is it possible for you to take an exercise break instead of a coffee break at work? Tonight at 5, a look at company fitness programs. Also, we'll take you to the world's largest office party. Join us tonight at 5.